memories, one of the first things we want to ask you is, when did you first become a Lion?
Back in the year 1970, and I was a charter member of the Klamath Falls South Suburban Club. In Klamath Falls, there were two clubs. There was Klamath Falls, and then later there was a Tokenie Lions Club, and they dissolved. A few years later, they started up. And 53 years later, I'm still going at it. And I wanted to join some kind of organization. I was a partner with my brother in an auto parts business, Novak Auto Parts in Klamath Falls, Oregon. And I always wanted to do things in the civic to help the community and make it a better place to live.
So why the Lions Club?
They asked me first.
Excellent
My
answer.
brother was a Kiwanis, my dad was a Kiwanis, but the Lions was the one that asked me, and I was excited because I thought, hey, I'm special, you know, for them to ask.
Wow.
So that was the reason why I joined Lions.
Wow. So you joined in the 70s. So let's see, you've been a member how many years now?
It was 53 years. This is 2023, so that's 53 years this year. I was 22 at the time.
Wow. Wow. So what was your occupation, trade, or profession?
Okay, as I was saying, I had the auto parts business with my brother, and we worked together and we were partners, and that's, from what I understand, that's kind of unusual for a family operation, for two people working together. I did more of the tech side, he did more of the ordering side and that, but we worked together as a partner and we worked everything out.
Wow.
But it worked, and I retired 6 years ago.
Congratulations.
And done lots of things with Lions, and I've always wanted to advance in Lions.
That's great.
But until I retired, I couldn't give it the time. And when I retired, I did a lot of traveling, and I was asked to work my chairs up to the district governor, and I said yes. And I've been in every office that the Lions had on the local level. I was president. In fact, that's an interesting story. When I joined Lions, it was a new club. The Little League World Series was being held in Klamath Falls. Our club had people that were involved with it, and we decided we would put on a pancake breakfast at the entrance of this. And I got on the committee, and I designed the tickets and had them printed. And because of my involvement in that, I was the second president of the club.
Wow.
And here I was the youngest member in the club. And great group of guys. And it just went from there.
Wow. So you've served as president. What other offices have you held?
President, and then I was bulletin editor for at least 10 years. And my bulletins, I did them every other week. And most of the presidents used that as their agenda because I had it mailed out to everybody. And back then, there was no email. Everything was mailed. And I was secretary, treasurer. I was treasurer for a long time, and I've been tail twister all the offices. And the last couple of years, I was secretary, treasurer. So I was involved. I've been zone chairman.
Wow.
And it's fun to work with the group. It's fun to work with the group.
Absolutely.
So many projects, 53 years. there's so many
What's your favorite one?
different projects. And the ones I enjoyed the most was working with the children, with the youth, and coloring eggs with them. I would have the kids and I'd sit them down on my lap, and the two of us would color and design the eggs. And that was such a ball. And, you know, giving flags to first graders, and these young kids, a lot of them are they don't have the family background, and you would come and you would treat them like an individual, and they just ate it up. They loved that extra love, and it was just seeing their smiles gave me a smile.
Absolutely.
And that's a secret that a lot of people are missing out on, is sharing with other people.
Yeah.
And I love being a business person. I love meeting the public. We used to have on the 4th of July, our club had a trailer, and we had a food trailer, hamburgers, hot dogs, everything. And I enjoyed meeting the deal. And then we would have, let's say, raffles. I would generally sell most of the raffle tickets because I was outgoing and knew a lot of people in the community.
It takes a special person to do that.
And we went with the times. Way back when there used to be a water shortage and we had to start saving, and so we did door-to-door selling water savers you put in your shower heads to cut down the volume of water. And light bulbs was a big deal. We used to sell packets of light bulbs to let people see better.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So what words of wisdom would you like to pass on to the younger Lions members?
Is to get involved, and that is something that's lacking. And I don't know what it is, but if you do get involved, you get paid back, because the satisfaction you get of seeing this and doing things as a group. And you can get your family involved. Mm-hmm. You know, you do some of these sales or the pancake breakfasts or something. Have your kids come and they can help you fill up the juice glasses or something like
Absolutely.
This. And so it doesn't have to be a family. I mean, just an individual,
right? But
a family deal.
Right. Absolutely. So 53 years, many more years of being a Lion to go. How would you like to be remembered?
Well, I was thinking about this talk this morning and almost slipped my mind, but 20 years ago, Klamath Falls did not have a dialysis center. And one of our customers came in and she told me about her plight. The biggest reason people get blind is their kidney failure. And Klamath Falls, there were a lot of people that 3 times a week, they had to make a 180-mile trip over the Cascade Range into Medford, Oregon, to their dialysis center, whether it be summer, whether it be snow on the road, and they had to chain up. And she told me her plight, and I says, hey, that's something us Lions as a group. So I went to every club in the area and promoted this. And you know what? We got the job done. We got the paperwork done. They overlooked things that, okay, maybe, well, yeah. And at that time, and it still is, with HIPAA going, they couldn't give any facts or figures, but I did some digging and was able to find out and gave them figures, and they said, oh, okay. And we got a dialysis center in Klamath Falls. And I was the one that got it going.
You spearheaded that.
I spearheaded.
You know, that's something, that's a wonderful thing to be remembered by. And what a difference you
Uh-huh.
made to so many people.
Yes. And
And it's still happening today,
it's
right?
emotional. It almost skips your mind because so many projects over the years that it's hard to remember all of the projects.
Right, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
But every one of them has made a difference in the lives of other people.
Yes, it has.
Well, thank you for your service.
Okay, you're welcome.